Nobody's here because it's a weird night. This doesn't usually happen, but let's see if anyone comes. Random Wednesday night show. Random Wednesday night show. Ba-doo-doo pop-a-dow. If people have their alarm bell, I got a flying thing. If people have hit the notification button, they will have been notified. And if nobody comes, hey, Matt's here. It said there was nobody here. And then Matt said something, so YouTube was lying. Again, YouTube with the lies. Need me a beverage. What do I have in the fridge? Got me a Coke Zero. Maybe I will sing the show. Singing everything I say tonight. Why not do it? And that'll suck. You are here. You're a bigger liar than YouTube. Gretchen will be here ASAP. You're in the middle of training. If you're in the middle of training, how long is the training? Because if you're in the middle, if it's only like a 20-minute training thing, then saw Steve. Hey, Steve, what's going on, my friend? I'm gonna get me a sweat rag too. Ugh. 15 minutes. Okay. All right. Dovetails get finished. Some of the dovetails got finished. Most I am no. The answer is no. The dovetails did not get finished. This guy, this drawer just needs some finessing. Got my half blind front and my through dovetail back. Just need to clean that up a little bit on the inside bottoms so that fully seats a little better on both sides. But this guy is almost done. And then the other guy is one step away from that guy. So I've got my half blinds started. This is going to be a hell of a drawer front. I got the bulk of the material gone on the half blinds, and then I've got my throughs are done on the back. So my throughs are done on the back, and my tails are transferred on my front, and the bulk of the material is what I just need to finish clearing out the rest of those so that'll be done, and then I just gonna pop the bottoms in and get them in glue. But I was at the point where it was too hot in the shop to keep working. So, but I'm having a good week. I'm having a good week, and every week is even better when I get to hang out with my friends on the internet. So I said, right, I gotta take a break for the heat. I gotta take a break for the heat for a little bit, and why not see if anybody's around? So that's what we're gonna do. And yeah. Oh. I'm gonna see if I can let this guy out, because he's gonna bother me. Did you see him whip by? Like, he whipped by. He's a good sized guy. Come on, that guy. Get out of here. I'm gonna leave that open for a second. You should go find it. Maybe he did already. I don't hear him. Eric Habakabaka's here. I don't hear him. Maybe he escaped. Yeah, I think he might have gone. Oh. So yeah, 1 or 2 steps away to done on the drawers until they can be in glue and clamps. That'll happen tonight when it cools off. Then tomorrow I have to make a coffin. Like a decorative. I volunteered my shop and my saws and myself to make, yeah, I guess, I mean, a decorative coffin is the only way to really say what it is. For the community action team here that does like awareness marches and things for overdose prevention and homelessness and et cetera, and one of their displays, they want to have a big coffin, so it's just 1/4-inch plywood, basically the shape of like a stereotypical like cartoon style, like old-timey coffin shape, cut out a 1/4-inch plywood and then sided so that it's got some depth. So that's tomorrow because they want it by the weekend. But that shouldn't take very much. I just got to draw the shape of a coffin out on a sheet of 1/4-inch plywood and cut it out with a circ saw. Midweek live, Tim. Because I'm having a good week and I wanted to make it even better by hanging out with my friends on the internet. Want to watch the new Alien Earth show, but I'm too scared. It's just a show and it can't hurt you. Okay? And you have dogs to protect you. And you'll be okay. And I don't know anything about that show. Your face is a coffin. Oh, that wasn't all that good. That wasn't that. It was all right, but I think you could have done better. Oh, I have just finished season 3 of Resident Alien. Alan Tudyk is awesome in it. That shoots just up the street. Well, not, I mean, technically, it's just up the street. It's a couple hours, but it's just up the street. I haven't seen it, but yeah, they filmed that down in Ladysmith? Duncan? I'm not sure exactly. Down in one of those, either Ladysmith or Duncan. I don't remember. Give Sarah Tomko my phone number. I don't know who that is. Like I said, I've never seen the show. And even if it was only just over there, they probably wouldn't let me just go up to them and be like, Tim wants you to have this. And be like, get the hell out of here, you freak. Loved Resident Alien. I have a son of a bitch shot of him hanging next to my desk. Maybe I should watch it. What's it on? If it's on Paramount Plus or some nonsense. No, it's on like Sci-Fi or something. Is it? Where is it on? What could I watch it on, and do I have that service? I probably won't. I don't spend a lot of time watching things. Paramount Sci-Fi, Netflix up to season 3. Okay, but Canada Netflix is different than US Netflix too. So but if the only one of those things that I have is Netflix, and I have Canada Netflix. Oh, I've heard good things though. Alan Tudyk is good in everything. Have you ever seen something? Have you ever seen something and Alan Tudyk is in it, and you're like, this thing was terrible? Because I haven't. Probably my favorite Alan Tudyk is probably Dodgeball. Is it 5 seasons? I don't know. It's canceled as of the end of season 4, but they knew. Never mind. My bad. It was happening, so they did it right. Okay, sweet. It's good when they know that they're ending and they can write a proper ending for shows instead of just like they end a season expecting that it's going to continue and then it doesn't, and then you're just like, Transformers. Was he in Which Transformers was he in? I didn't watch all of the Transformers. I gotta admit, because meh. Firefly was a show that I have told that I should watch. I missed Firefly, and it's got that sort of like cult classic following by people who kind of know. You know what I mean? The type of people who think that Firefly is a really good show are the types of people who you should probably listen to about that type of show. Ugh. Anyway, yeah. So drawers are, I think you could say almost done. They're they're on the last 15%. I would say if they're 85% done. Do you say if something is 85% complete, do you say that it's almost done? I think at that point you can use the term almost. The crazy assistant that kicks the shotgun out of the guy's hands and turns it to John. I don't remember. I don't. Was it in one of the Transformers that I actually saw? The only Transformers I remember was the first one with Shia LaBeouf and Megan what's her face. Uh, and I don't remember. very much of it. All right, bye, Paul. Thanks for popping in on a random thing. Best part, second one? Maybe saw the second one. If I did, I wasn't paying attention. Happy birthday? Not quite. Sunday. Sunday's birthday. Probably do show. We're doing a show Saturday night for sure, the regular show, but it'll be a shorty because my buddy Nick is coming back to town and I'm going to see his concert. And that starts at 8. So we'll have like an hour and a half kind of a show on Saturday night. And then probably do a show on Sunday night on my actual birthday as well. Because I always do a show on my birthday. Well, since I've been doing live shows, I think I've always done a show on my birthday. I think. Maybe not. Andrew, why are you Clippy? Is that his name? The paperclip guy? Just a big fan of Microsoft Word? Was that what it? Don't leave, I'm almost free. I'm not planning on going anywhere. We're hanging out I got, my phone says that it can't charge because it's too hot. But I have 80%. So I do have to do some more filming after the show. So I can't use it all up. But we can go for a bit. Also, pay attention to your training. What are you doing? Firefly was the best ever. You're supposed to be paying attention to your training. It's a long story. Then never mind. Did you open up the handle on your drill? I did. On camera even. And I didn't try it on camera, but I tried it. It drills really good. Those little buggers, like, it's good. I'm brilliant. Well, then why you need training? If you're so brilliant. Pay attention. Maybe you learn something. You're more likely to learn something from whatever you're training than here, probably. Maybe not. People did some learning last week. Couldn't find more bits, unfortunately. Don't worry about having extra drill bits. I can throw some extra drill bits in the back of the thing. But hot damn, that thing, that little egg beater thing makes a good hole. Also, everybody, look what's back. Well, yeah, I fixed it. Well, I definitely didn't do any drilling before because it couldn't hold a drill bit. Everybody want to see it? Look what Tim did. Look what Tim did. But it's all fresh shellacked. I think it's probably shellac. it's not all rotten. Yeah. Now we gotta have a fight. Tim and I have to have a fisticuffs about whether or not he agreed to do a interview for the refurb video, because he did, and he's trying to back out of it. I remember the whole talk. You were like, hey, we could do Zoom, but I prefer Teams and blah 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 blah. And I was like, well, we're gonna use what I am familiar with, Mr. Guy. And I've never done Teams. And now he's all like, no. It's on, like, it's permanent on the internet. I'll look through all of the damn live shows. I'll watch every single one of those. And I will find, and I'll clip it out and I'll send it to you. I'll be like, see? Actually, I could hire one of my moderators to do that. Tim, I'm going to hire you as moderator. You're technically an employee. Okay? I can make you do it. A witness protection silhouette. They're just like, have it, all backlit, and then have one of those like voice modulator things on them. I checked. That conversation didn't go how you think it did. I feel like you're lying. Because if it didn't, then why did I do the intro to my video of boxing it up and sending it off to you and literally saying, gonna have Tim on the show to talk about what he does to it? Like, if we don't do that part of it, then there isn't a video, really. Because it's just me putting it in a box and then me taking it back out of the box and being like, yep, it's better. Like, there's no value to that. Let's push it down the road. Sure. I mean, I'm not in a hurry. I basically want to be like, so Tim, what'd you do to my plane? And then as you talk about what you did to the plane, we put the pictures up of you doing it to the plane. Like, okay, well, first I had to do this, and then like whatever. It's just like 7 minutes. And we'll talk about like why bother? Why bother taking old planes that are all rusty and beat to shit and making them usable again when you could just go buy a new one? A little sort of philosophic talky. I don't have video of it, only the photos. I listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. So we'll put the photos up over you talk. So I had to take the things off the thing, and we put the photo up. And then I had to do with this tool. I had to do this part. It's like 4 minutes of how you go about refurbishing a plane, and then another 3 minutes about why bother, and that's it. Pinnell, we're not doing a YouTube short. You know why? Because we don't want those people here. because YouTube Shorts are for morons. There was gonna be a different word. That's why it came out weird. They're for. I just heard a 7-minute video promise. I said the Tim part. There's also the me. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Mike's Wooden Things and stuff. I'm gonna go send this plane off to my buddy Tim part. That's another like minute intro part of me putting it like, and then another minute of me taking it back out of the box. It'll be probably, I think we can do it in a dozen. Like I gotta take it apart. There's the take it apart part, and there's the put it back together part, and then the trying it part. Yep, it works. So I think we can do it in a dozen minutes. And 2 hours of blooper reels? Maybe. Could have been an email. Yeah, but they would have got a bounce back because you were on vacation again. I would send more emails if I didn't keep getting vacation bounce backs from your account, because you're always on goddamn vacation, off gallivanting. Like, why even bother putting in the Yotoba flooring when, like, you spend 8 months of the year elsewhere on vacation? Why did you even get the Beaver forklift? You're never home to use it. The Beaver forklift. You abvo pay him too much. You know what you should take training in, Gretchen? The funny part is I never leave my house. Not true. Not true. I saw pictures. Oh, then next week, it's back to the guitars. I took them out to have a reminder of where I'm actually at on them, because I had completely forgotten because it's been so long. So this guy goes in here. So this is like pretty close-ish. I need some control cavities, or some knobs and a control cavity, and some holes for a bridge, and a whole bunch of sanding. But this guy is like pretty close. Neck pocket's a little bit loose, probably from all the test fitting. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not awesome. And then this guy, the Purple Heart with the walnut. Well, that's tighter. That's tighter. That needs a little more shaping on the back of the neck. Purple Heart top. A little dusty. So this one needs obviously a pickup cavity, but other than that, they're like tied up. So pickup cavity in this one, and they'll be even Steven. Feels like it's still a little thick in the neck. Could probably take that down a little bit. Are you going to install frets on a live? No. I might not install frets at all. I might pay somebody else to. Actually, Tyler Peterson owes me at least one fret job. That's pretty. I just watched a video about a guy who lost 3.5 fingers. Are these things related? Like, on a jointer, had to learn how to... Oh, they are related. Had to learn to play guitar lefty. Wow. What? Sounds like he needed extra training as well. On jointer operation. That sucks. That jointer would be the last... I mean, putting your hand in any tool, any power tool, is not going to have good results. But the jointer, out of all of the power tools you could put your fingers into, the jointer is the one you are least likely... Well, there's a 0% chance that you're getting your fingers back. Table saw, probably not, but maybe they could pop it back on. Bandsaw, maybe. Jointer, it's you turned it into ground beef. You turned it into, yeah, it's goo. And then the cabinet, wait, I just got drawers are just about, nobody answered me. 85%. Is that almost? Anyway, I'm going to say that the drawers are almost done. And then they just need final fitting and finish and turn a couple of pulls. And then that cabinet's done. So by Saturday for sure, the cabinet will be done. And we'll have a look at it in its final state on Saturday night on the show. And then maybe do some guitar work. Look up Django Reinhardt and Tony Lomi, or is that a capital I? Iomi? I guess a capital I. I don't know either of those people. Are they less fingered guitar players? If not finished, you have to do push-ups on the show. I want to say okay, because I'm that confident. But also, you don't get to decide what happens on the show. This is my show. But I'm pretty confident that over the next 3 days, I can finish one set, well, two, I guess, sets of half-blind dovetails that are already almost, again, almost is tough. Two pairs of half-blind dovetails that the tails are already cut on, and then putting drawer bottoms in, and then final fitting and a couple of door pulls. Like, yeah, this is gonna be a wicked cool drawer front. I want to do it quick. I want to show it off. Hold on. I don't want to do it with Coca-Cola Plus or Coke Zero. Let's have a quick gander at how awesome this drawer front is going to look. It's not fully prepped for finish. It's still got a little bit of bandsaw mark right there, and it still says front on it in pencil, but that is going to be the drawer front. Yeah, right? Ooh. That's going to be pretty rad. What's the cabinet for? Veritas Band-Aids. Pretty sure that the long skinny one, the only use I can think of for that one is Veritas Band-Aid tins. Probably some candy. Possibly, I don't know. The drawers they're not very big. I don't know what's going in it yet. What? Backing up. Black Sabbath guitars. Tony Iommi is the guitarist for Black Sabbath. Django was a guitarist who had limited use of his fretting hand, basically played with 2 fingers. Okay. Oops. I put my response on a text related to my training. I told you pay attention. If you were paying attention to your training, that wouldn't have happened. Anyway, it was a Perkins Brothers guy who now uses a bionic prosthetic. Like the grain on that. It's going to be a cool drawer front. I think that's going to be rad. All of my shop cabinets that get drawers have at least one of their drawers is walnut, and I try to pick a piece that has an interesting bit of something in it. So like this guy over here, I gotta take the lamp off it. This guy's got like a little bit of interesting stuff up in here. Guy's got some interesting things happening in it. I'm not gonna go get the other one, but you get the idea. You get the idea. Keeltronics is here. The Veritas Band-Aids have been extremely helpful, and I'm still hiding them. Yes, you hold on to those. They're because you can't get more apparently without going through me. I'd be the official Veritas Band-Aid like supplier to the Americans. That'd be weird. Keel, what's up? Back to guitar builds is going to be weird. Yeah, it absolutely is. Fiber hijinks. What's up, my friend? Saw Zach Wild play with Pantera on my second last vacation. Yeah, like 2 months ago. Like 2 months ago was his not most recent vacation. That's what I'm saying. What is a veritable Band-Aid? Veritas Band-Aid? The best Band-Aids in the world. I have a video. I think it's even called The Best Band-Aids in the World. If I had a moderator that would put that link in the chat for you, no, don't go watch it. It's just me saying like, hey, these are great Band-Aids. Veritas Band-Aids, they come in a little black tin. And they're extra long. They're the fabric style Band-Aids. They're black, which is cool. And they're extra long on one side. So you put the pad down and then the one side goes down and then the other side you can like wrap it around a couple of times. They're great. April. See? April, like 2 months ago. 3. V for Veritas. Yep. Good movie. Natalie Portman was fantastic in that. Hey, Tim, probably the actual... See, Pinnell, see what happened? He put a link in for a video, and it's probably the actual video that I was referencing. Missed Saturday stream. Pretty excited to see one today. Yeah, just random. I was out here working, and it got too hot to keep working, and so I went and had dinner. I actually went into the house and made dinner, and then I was like, still too hot to work in the shop. Like until probably like 8, it's gonna be too hot to work in the shop. But I'm having a fantastic week, and I wanted to share some extra time with my friends on the internet who always make my week even better, even when it's good. So that's what I'm doing. It's the world's best Band-Aids from 5 years ago. Yes. I've only done one video. Believe it or not, I've only done one video on Band-Aids. How long have you had house privileges restored? Just today. That's why I was like all celebrating. I was like, I am allowed back in the house. And so I went back in the house and I made pork chops. By ruining our Wednesday. Nobody's forcing you to be here. Go play Call of Duty or whatever. You've been living in the garage? No, it was a joke. I was playing along. I was playing along with the joke. I haven't been living in the garage. Only one Band-Aid video. Yeah, but weirdly enough, I've only done one video about Band-Aids. Don't be boring. I mean, there's no guarantees. But just so you guys are aware, if I am ever boring and you want to unsubscribe because I'm boring, make sure that you tell me. Okay? Because that was awesome. What did he say? It was, yeah, I think that was it. I was just like, you're boring. I'm unsubscribing. I think was all he said. I thought I'd give it a shot, but they really are awesome. They stay on for a long time. I know they're like, I wasn't messing around when I said that they're maybe the world's best Band-Aids, because they last for a really long time because they're like a high quality, like woven Band-Aid. And then because they're extra long, like when they start to peel up or whatever, you just like snip off the part that's peeling away, and it unravels slowly over like a long time. They're expensive. They're like 50 cents a pop. But you never replace one. Like with Band-Aids, they're like 20 cents each or whatever, I don't know. Because I haven't bought real Band-Aids for years. Because I buy the expensive ones because I'm fancy pants. But cheapo, non-Veritas Band-Aids, you got to replace them before your wound is healed. I've never, once, depending on the wound, but like a Veritas Band-Aid lasts at least 3 times as long as a regular Band-Aid. FYI, there are no assault charges coming for Tim. Yeah, imagine that. I did not. You didn't have to. Yeah, I was definitely under the assumption that there were not going to be assault charges. My work is me panicking constantly as I run around trying to play detective to the most heinous inventory control crimes. Okay, that sounds like a job, I guess. No idea how a thing got there or why there are 16,000 of them. Because you don't have a good inventory, because whoever does the ordering isn't good at it. You need a better shipper, receiver, orderer guy, person. I use Band-Aid brand cloth bandages. That's not as good. It's pretty good. But if you've never rocked a Veritas Band-Aid, you don't know what you're missing. Duct tape, electric tape, sure. I've used green tape and blue Scott shop towel for sure. There's people here. There are people here. So true. I just snipped. Yeah, it starts peeling. You just snip it off, let it unravel a little more, snip it off, and then there are over 20 people doing the ordering. That's a problem. We can't all afford premium Band-Aids. Vacations don't pay for themselves. You're paying more by buying inferior Band-Aids. Really, in the grand scheme of things. If you're using a third as many Band-Aids, but only paying twice as much per Band-Aid. Some of us even hit the thumbs up. Yeah, not all of you, though. Bad friending, you guys. Speaking of, I'm going to get it out of the way. This week's video, I'll tell you guys that we're talking about supporting me and what I do and whatever. I resisted for a very long time turning on the YouTube membership feature where people could pay money to be like members of my channel because I have Patreon. And I was like, I don't need another place that I have to then take care of and put stuff and pay attention to and whatever. But it is officially a thing that you can do. I have memberships now. Channel memberships are now enabled. The announcement is coming on Saturday. This is, I guess we'll call this the soft launch. So for people who don't want to go to Patreon to give me money, but want to give me money, I don't know if that is anybody. But it is officially a thing. You can become a channel member. There are 2 tiers. There is basic Ashhole at $5.99 Canadian, and there is professional Ashhole. There's professional Ashhole at $14.99. These were the suggested rates that YouTube gave me, and I said, sure, you guys know more than I do, but it is based on your channel performance and demographics and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, whatever, you guys tell me. And you'll see in Saturday's video the reasoning behind it. But basically, they bribed me. YouTube is paying me money. They said, we will pay you money to turn this on as an option for people. Whether people sign up or not, we will pay you. And I said, well, it sounds pretty stupid to not do that then. So they are going to pay me money because I said people can now pay me through YouTube if they want. And I think for the first 30 days or whatever that memberships are active, they're also going to give me a bonus $10 for every membership that I get. So like if you signed up for the $5.99 level, they would give me $10. Plus I would get whatever, it's 70% of your $5.99. But that's not like, they're giving me a not insignificant amount of money to just check the couple of boxes that says, yes, turn this on for people. I don't know if it's against the terms of service to say the amount of money that they are giving me for turning it on. So I won't say the amount of money that they're giving me to turn it on. But let's say that it rhymes with $1,000. So yes, I will check the boxes and I will set my tiers or whatever. And whether or not anybody shows up, that's a truck payment. You're right. That's a truck payment. That's the next time the Veritas does their factory seconds sales. The next time they do a factory seconds or whatever they call that sale, I'm going to get a router plane. Eric Abacock, what are you doing, man? I mean, I appreciate it, but are you getting, it's, I very much appreciate it, especially because you already pay over that the other place. I got my first member. Eric Habakabaka is now officially a basic asshole. And he gets a little blue star beside his name for when he says stuff. I wonder if he got bonus points. Let's see about his XP. Oh, how did he not get XP? He didn't get any XP for becoming a member? That's bad form, YouTube. His name is Green. His name is Green and he gets a star. Hey, you know? Somehow the oligarchs will profit. Exactly. But they see, the thing is, they already make more money off of me than I make. So, I mean, I'm gonna get a little bit of it back, I guess, by doing this. Like my RPM, so the amount of money that is paid to YouTube by advertisers to place their things in my videos, averages at about $12 per 1,000 views. Of that $12, I get about 4. So of the money that Toyota is giving to put their ad on my stuff, or whoever, I'm getting like a quarter or a third, somewhere in there, of it. So, hey, Andrew McGee! Andrew McGee is a basic asshole as well. Welcome to the thing. There's another one whose name is going to be Green, and he gets a star beside his name. I don't have a membership option yet. I don't know where to, I know nothing about this other than them turning it on, or like them telling me to turn it on and make it a thing that people can do. I don't know anything about it other than what I have said the benefits are going to be. And essentially I have set it up to be exactly the same as Patreon in terms of like extra posts with updates in between videos, and some like they'll get some bonus blooper reel type stuff once in a while, and they'll get polls. It's essentially, when I do a Patreon post, I'm going to do the exact same thing over on the membership side of YouTube. And that's all the work I'm going to put in. I get like assholes piling up here. I know, right? I've already got 2. I thought channel gets more than 50% of ad revenue. No. I get the numbers on my end of how much the advertisers are paying, and then I also get the number on how much I am getting. Maybe you're thinking of like super chats and stuff. Like I get 70% of the money that people directly are trying to give me. Like when I get a super chat or this membership thing, I get 70% of that. But I don't get anywhere near half of what Toyota is giving YouTube to put ads in front of my stuff. How much do you get from Patreon? I believe they take 8%. The Patreon cut percentage. I think I will have to double check, but I think there's different tiers of things over there as well for me. So I think I'm on like not the lowest one, but the second one. So it might be 10% plus plus the fee, the transfer fee, because Patreon pays to PayPal. And so that's another couple of percentages. So yeah, better. I would say it's about the same. You're going to get the same benefits over there as you do over here, but you don't have to go to a separate place if you don't want to be, if you don't want to have another place that you get stuff. You'll get all the same things here, except bingo cards. I don't think I have a way to do bingo cards for members. And the bingo cards are coming back for Patreons. So no benefits for YouTube members either. It depends what you consider a benefit. Probably not everybody doesn't think that there are benefits at Patreon. Probably not everybody doesn't think there aren't benefits. Some people probably like the stuff that goes on over there. Click the dollar sign at the bottom. Figure out which one you prefer and I'll join that. I already get Patreon emails, but I can't view because I don't pay. Oh, you really? So that's mean of them. Oh, because you're a Patreon free member, so they email you to say that I did something that you can't access? That's a dick move, Patreon. That's because I was wondering why people would be free members. It's like, I think I've done like 1 or 2 things over there that I clicked the like make it available for free members. But I was like, I don't really understand the benefit of being a free member. Your friendship is all the benefit I need, but you and me both, my friend. You, my friend, are already a patron because you commissioned a custom piece of furniture from me. I can check back. I do have 2 other memberships. I think right now, I think you will get, it's a better, right now for me, it would be a better deal for you to sign up for a basic Ashhole tier as a membership on YouTube because of the bonus $10 that YouTube gives me for the next 30 days. Long term, it would be more of a benefit for me for you to be on Patreon because of the less percentage that I lose. I'm happy for however anybody wants to give me money. Like, it's not going to be like, no, don't give me money there. I'm going to have myself a smokerette. Now I can afford to have cigarettes because I got 2 memberships. I'm kidding. I will always afford to have cigarettes because that's a thing that I ridiculously have to devote a significant portion of my income to. Do YouTube dollar signs via an Apple device? Oh, shit. It's a good point. If you are, I don't know. If you're using your YouTube app on your iPhone, Apple may take the first 30% off the top. and then YouTube will take 30% of what's left. Because that's what they do on Patreon. So if you're going to sign up for Patreon, go to patreon.com on a browser to sign up. Matt, welcome. And then it's a huge green bar. Like, they want me to know for sure. And look at the blue stars and green names. Apple takes 20%. Oh, okay, sorry. 20% to Apple first, and then whatever's left, Google takes the next 30%. And then when I get it from Google, then the federal government, I owe another 30% of what's remaining to them. So if you try to give me $10 on YouTube, well, if you try to give me $10 on Patreon using the app on your iPhone, $2 Apple, then out of the 8, 30%, no wait, Patreon is a lower percent. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Thank you, everybody who wants to financially support in whatever way you want to do that. I'm giving you another option of a way to do that. And Google is paying me to give you that option. Used RDP VNC. I don't know what those stand for. To access desktop, was able to sub there. Yeah, okay. Do you like Queensryche? Yeah. I mean, dude can sing. I wouldn't say I was a fan. But that dude is I believe, an operatically trained singer. And you can tell. $10 CAD via YouTube on an iPhone equals $350 to buy. I get $350 after all. Oh, after taxes. Yeah, yeah, that's probably about right. But part of that, some goes to Apple, some goes to Google, some goes to having hospitals and schools and highways. So that's cool. And then the rest of it, I get to do what I want with. Speaking of do what I want with, I think I figured out what I'm going to do with at least part of my... I remember on Saturday I said that I cashed out my Patreon bank account because I needed to for financial reasons, but I'm planning on spending some of it on tools and shop things and infrastructure improvements and stuff. I think part of what I'm going to get, I think I'm going to get a razor tip wood burner pyrography machine. I think I want one of those. I could just keep borrowing the one from the shop or one of the ones from Crow's Nest whenever I want one. But I think I just want one. So I think that's one of the things that I'm going to be spending some of my Patreon money on. Because I think I have a plan for this guy now. And it's wood burning. And it's stuff I like. So I think I'm going to do like a collage. A wood burned sort of my logo in the middle. And then around my logo, it'll be like stuff I like. So there'll be something referencing Zelda, and there'll be something referencing Lord of the Rings, and there'll be something referencing, there'll probably be Gord on there somewhere. There'd be probably something Star Wars on there. There'll probably be something Pearl Jam on there. There'll probably be just like a sort of a collage of like things I like around my logo done in wood burning. Like a tattoo sleeve. Yeah, a tattoo sleeve, except on wood, and I don't have to wear it around. Exactly like that. And it's also something that I could just sort of like chip away at between other things. So like I put my logo in the middle, and then I can put the door back up, and then whenever I have like a spare couple hours and I don't have anything else that I need to do, or like that ever happens, but like in between other projects, I can pull the door down again and just add something to it, and then eventually create the whole thing. Gretchen's still having problems joining. I don't know. I can't. Unfortunately, I can't help you. I don't know enough about it. Tim's trying to help though. Yeah, I want a wood burning machine. Yeah, and razor tip is uh, in my research sort of where you would want to get to eventually. It's and what, like less than $200 for the base model. I'll probably end up buying the extra sets of tips and stuff too. So like, but I mean, plus tax, including shipping, it'll be under 250 to my door. And then I can start putting pyrography on everything. everything gets everything gets a little like Triforce or something. I've used a lot of wood burning in the past with cheap wood burners. We've got a couple of different tiers of wood burners down at the shop because we teach it there. And there is a difference. There is a difference between the $70 one and the $170 one. Imagine that. We've got, trying to think of the brands that we've got down there. What's the blue one? The orange and black. We've got the orange and black ones that are like Presiva that are okay, but not awesome. And I think they're about $100. And they're okay. But I am past the point in my woodworking journey where I want to buy things that are okay. I want to buy things that are good. Because I don't want, I am of the opinion, especially when you're learning something or when you're developing your skill in something, I don't want, I don't, I'm not going to speak for you. I don't want to not know whether the problem is me or the equipment. If I'm having trouble being successful, I want to know that it's my fault. I don't want to wonder whether or not it's the equipment's fault. You know what I mean? So like, does this suck because I suck, or does this suck because I bought shit, garbage? If I buy good equipment, then I know that it's me. Shoop, how you doing, my friend? Gretchen, do you see the dollar? Click on that. It should give you a membership option. You cannot. Oh, Pinnell says that you cannot sign up for channel membership via iPhone app. So if you're on an iPhone, on the YouTube app on your iPhone, apparently you cannot do that. I do not know. Callwood is what I got at because a pro at a state fair recommended. I've never used a Callwood. Callwood and Razor Tip are the top two. Yeah, I think I like the Razor Tip that we have at the shop, and so I'm gonna do that. Doing good, and you? I'm good. I'm having a great week. That's why I went live, is because I'm having a good week, and going live with my friends on the internet makes weeks better. So why not do bonus ones on good weeks? Because then the weeks become even better. Canadian Tire has a $32.99 wood burning kit, and I would believe that it is exactly as good as you think it is. I still haven't had my smoker yet. I said like 20 minutes ago that I was going to do that. My laptop and Wi-Fi do not get along. They need a moderator? Should we sit them down together and say, hey, look, you guys, I know how to join, but it's not working. I'll try on my laptop once it decides to admit my Wi-Fi has an internet connection. Okie doke. I'm gonna open my door. This soft launch, the soft launch of my channel memberships is going very well. I'm quite surprised, actually. I'm excited for this live because I always get at least one laugh. Yeah, because I'm hilarious. Yeah, if you need Pinnell, if you need a moderator for your Wi-Fi and your computer, Pinnell is a moderator. If you need a moderator who will do what you ask, maybe Tim would be a better. Did anyone else hear that AOL is shutting down their... I didn't know that AOL still existed. So just broke down and got a laser engraver. What'd you get? 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 I love when people get tools and I can... Stay there. All right. Bill, what'd you get? What'd you get? What's the difference? Pinnell says, what's the difference between a $30 and a $300 wood burning tool? $270. That was easy. That was an easy question. Who am I blocking? You're not blocking anybody. We were joking about Gretchen needing a moderator because her laptop and her Wi-Fi are fighting and not getting along. I honestly had an awful week this week, so this stream is a welcome reprieve. You're welcome to reprieve here as well. I knew AOL was around, but I didn't. You can't block Mike. I tried. It's true. I think I might be the only person that you don't actually get to. Can you moderate the other moderators? Like Tim, can you delete a Pinnell comment? And vice versa? No, I tried. Okay, good. So if I just make everybody moderators, then nobody can get deleted comments and stuff. I'm not going to do that. Modception, right? They just start trying to delete each other's comments and they can't. I just bit the bullet and bought a battery chainsaw, 350i Husqvarna. That's going to be better than my chainsaw. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the word Husqvarna on there tells me that it's probably going to be better than mine. And mine isn't battery, so. I'm like the dog that caught the car. Now that I have it, what do I do with it other than burn logos? You go into business with that thing, Mo. You just like... You go into Etsy and you start buying files. And you start cutting out shit that people want to hang in their kitchen and nonsense. And you sell them for not very much money and people buy the shit out of them because they're stupid. You start customizing things for people. Especially if you do woodworking, you offer an additional service on top. Like if somebody buys a cutting board, you can get the add-on. You can upsell them to like a customized message or something. Like they're buying something off you as a wedding gift, a cutting board as a wedding gift. Why not put congratulations, Sam and Wendy, August 2025 for an extra $40, right? Hey, Gretchen! Yay! She gets a star and a green bar. And Google pays me. That's amazing. You guys are awesome. I have a branding iron that I heat with a torch. Still learning how hot to get it. You need to get it to exactly many degrees for it to work properly. Laptop to the rescue. Yay! Is a longer 15 watt? Is that the brand? Longer? I'm unfamiliar with that. If that's the brand. Your computer and Wi-Fi made up. Yes, thanks to our moderation. Go team. Go team Mike's Wooden Things and stuff. It was cheap. That's fine. If it burns, I mean, I just got done saying that I don't want to buy cheap things, but I don't have any problem with other people buying cheap things that do the thing that they need it to do. Temporary truce. That's as long as it's working. Longer made laser engravers before many of the current brands. Oh, okay. everyone's talking about new tools, and I'm over here like I managed to get a Dremel cheap when Joann's went out of business. That's a tool. Haven't had a chance to pull it out yet. I'll tell you. I'll give you a hint on rotary tools. Depending on the model of Dremel you got. Depending on the model of Dremel you got, if it did not come with the little snake attachment for it, buy one. Using this guy, holding the motor and doing the thing, it's murder on your wrists. It doesn't feel like a heavy, awkward thing when you're using it. It's a heavy, awkward thing. But get the little snake attachment for it and hang it. Hang the motor someplace and operate it with this. That one, the maroon burgundy one that I've got there, is by Milescraft. I believe it was $60-ish Canadian. But I will never go back to using a rotary tool without a snake on it. Thanks for the tip. I already have wrist issues from all the fiber crafting I do. Yeah, that it's like I said, it doesn't feel like it's big and heavy. You're like, oh yeah, I can use this. Do that for like 5 minutes, and you tell me that it's not a heavy and yeah, and that's the part that's vibrating because it's a motor, so it's not good for you. Get the snake. Woodcraft was ridiculously nice and swapped and refunded me 2 issues like it was nothing. Carried rail box back. Yeah. That's the table saw? And use the hanger on the drill. Yeah, don't leave it sitting on the table. I made this. This guy goes in a dog hole on the bench. So it goes in there like that. And then that one doesn't go all the way through, and then it's got up here, it's just a dowel with a little notch in it. And it hangs up here over to the side, off out of my way. And my motor hangs here, and then I work the snake. Use Fordham with a pedal. Ooh, Mr. Fancy Pants over here rocking his pedal-based operated Fordham. Doesn't know how to spell it, but he's used one. Working at a jewelry store. They are necessary. Okay, so it was the jewelry stores Fordham. Never mind, I take it back. You all have a great rest of the week. May not see you Saturday. Okay, well, we might do Sunday as well. We'll see. It's my birthday on Sunday, so I usually do a show on my birthday. And as a completely non-sponsored, no affiliation whatsoever recommendation on carving burrs, I like saber tooth. is my carving burr of choice. But I have yet to try the Typhoon from Lee Valley. I like the saber-tooth ones because they're color coded. So you know that the yellow ones are medium and the green ones are coarse and the red ones are extra coarse and whatnot. How young will you be? I will be 47. 6? 1979. I'll be 46. I think. I have a Black Friday special Dremel from about 10 years. I don't even have a Dremel. I got a Mastercraft. But it's just a motor that spins a thing. It'll burn out faster than it should. And when I replace it, I will replace it with not a Mastercraft. Guess I only have 27 years on you. Yep. For now. Wait. That didn't make sense. You're always going to be the same amount older than me. You don't like vertical video. I am old enough. I'm old enough that I get angry at vertical video. And I get unreasonably upset at stupid things. Like it. Okay. Old man shakes fist at things. Okay. Today, Mike shakes his fist at the cloud thing for today. When you go and you get your coffee, when you get a coffee at 7-Eleven. Hypothetically, let's say you're getting a coffee at 7-Eleven. I like 7-Eleven coffee. I don't get Tim Hortons coffee. Fuck Tim Hortons. But I get my coffee at 7-Eleven because A, it's cheaper, and B, they have all of their things that you can pick from. The little flavored creamer things and the little pump squidgies of syrup and whatever. And you get it right because you're doing it yourself. So that's one of the reasons I don't like Tim Hortons. It's because they fuck it up. But so I get what I want in my coffee every time. But I get unreasonably frustrated when the bin full of the little International Delight flavored creamer things with the foil pullback tops, when the tab is glued down. The tab is supposed to be not glued. The rest of it's supposed to be glued, but the little tab you're supposed to be able to pull and then open it. When the tab is also stuck, like the rest of the lid, and you got to like pick at it, bothers me. That's my shakes fist at cloud thing for today. As an accountant, I use an adding machine to verify you will in fact be 46. Well, if you were Tim, you would have used an abacus. Pretty sure. Don't think I realized you're Gen X. It makes sense now. That I don't like vertical video? Nobody should like vertical video. Tim Hortons is good for the peanut donuts. Yeah, what? Might be a Western New York thing. Like peanut donut? No. Sour cream glazed. Boston cream, if I need something a little too sweet. Yeah. Honey glaze, honey, it's simple. Boston cream, I mean, even a Boston cream. Like, back when Tim Hortons used to actually fucking make donuts, they were better. But now they don't. Everything about you makes sense now. You don't lump me in. I'm not a. You can't paint us all with the one brush and whatnot. Bro, I'm the same way when butter pats peel off the foil layer, but not the plastic layer underneath. That same kind of thing. It's like just right? Unreasonably frustrated about stuff like that. Guess I'm considered a baby boomer. Probably. Cake donuts. Cake donuts overs with chopped peanuts. Cake. All right. I don't know what that means, but I don't want peanuts on my donut. Let's just say that. I'm not. I don't. Nope. Don't put nuts on my donut. Don't put your nuts on my donut. Okay? I don't want them. Motorcycle at a red light. Oh, you just want the impression? I don't. If you're saying that it bothers me, it doesn't bother me. I think it's hilarious. I don't. It doesn't bother me though. I don't know why someone hasn't made a little gadget to puncture creamer containers like the old oil can spouts. I mean, you could do that with any stick. The creamer container, like when that happens, like the first couple, if the first couple don't peel that I throw back, because that I'm not gonna fight with it. I'll grab one and I'll go to peel it. If it doesn't peel, I just throw it back and grab another one. But after like two or three, I just grab a stir stick and I just like stab them and then. I used a slide rule. They didn't have handheld ones readily. Yep. Pinnell is solidly a millennial. That's why he likes vertical video and people pointing at words on the screen. He actually, I don't know if you know this about Chris, but he is becoming somewhat of a sensation. Just going out in public and his buddy films him just like punching people. He just walks up to people on the street and just punches them and goes like, "It was a prank!" And as he runs away. I put my nuts on your drum. I put my nuts on your drum set. 1980 to 1983 is borderline. Yeah, this is like in this 79 even is like sort of like. I think I don't know. Yeah, I'll take it. Gen X is fine. We're all. So I'm gonna say this. It's like Gen X, the best generation to grow up, one of the worst generations to become an adult. Because we grew up still outside playing with our friends, and our parents didn't give a shit where we were, so we could go off and do stuff. But then we grew up, and the housing market has fucking exploded and collapsed on us, and like the economy and the politics and whatnot. So it's like the best time to grow up, the worst time to be an adult. There we go, right here. We didn't grow up well, there was a lot of screen staring. Video games, there was a lot of sitting in front of the TV playing video games. But there was also a lot of out exploring in like the ravine and like could have died kind of exploring, and our parents wouldn't have known for days kind of stuff. Like drinking water out of creeks that had all kinds of parasites and shit in it. 1-gallon washer fluid bottles, the stupid seal under the cap that won't come off. Yep. Gen X is like the Aquarius of generations, all rebellion. Well, I mean, we're trying to fight the man, and then kind of became the man, but didn't really have a chance. So we only like kind of think that we still might. A lot of us, there's still a lot of us that are still thinking, like naively, that like we'll make it one day. No, we won't. Had Nintendo and outside. Yeah, see, best generation. We could sit in front of the Nintendo all day if we wanted to, or we could go off gallivanting with our friends on our bikes for days, and like we could each tell the other's parents that we were sleeping over at each other's houses, but we were just sleeping in a ditch someplace, like under a bridge with a campfire, and we had a bag of marshmallows for food, and that was it, kind of thing. Biggest mistake I ever made was not buying a house when I was 6 years old. Yep. If only I would have just pulled myself up by my bootstraps when I was 8 or so. When I was a kid, we didn't have screen. Tim, when you were a kid... Oh, he made his own... See, you wrecked it. That was the joke I was going to make. And in fact, I have made that joke. You got that joke from me. He was just a hoop and a stick, rolling it down the street on his way to the talkie. This is gonna be a pretty drawer. Yeah. I remember when Beatlemania first happened. I do not. Also saw Star Trek when it first aired. I also did not. I think the first TV show that I remember seeing as a kid, like when it was coming out new, I think the first one that I remember is Cheers. I remember Cheers and A-Team. Law and Order. I already. I remember that when I was a kid. With the saxophone. That's the international symbol for saxophone, by the way. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good Law and Order. Mine was Gilligan's Island in black and white. Well, I mean, I remember other shows from earlier. Like I remember kids shows. Those are the first like adult shows that I remember seeing that I think were new at the time. Tim is so old, his social security number is 4. Tim remembers when they invented social security. He was out in the street shaking his fist about it. Because he was already an old man. you ever seen Leo P on sax? I probably not. I remember when Dwight Eisenhower was president of the U.S. I do not. Came on early when everyone else was asleep. Black and white, of course. What did? Let me go back. First TV show was a claymation show on Sunday mornings with a name related to Davy and Goliath. I'm trying to think if I remember like the first TV show like as a kid. Because I was thinking about like the first like adult shows. When I was a kid, I would watch Romper Room, I remember. And I remember Sesame Street. And I remember we didn't have a lot of TV when I was little. We had like 2 channels, and one of them was PBS and one of them was CBC. So there wasn't a lot of diversity in terms of the shows. I remember when Dwight Schrute was on The Office. I remember that too. Battlestar Galactica. Is it Beats, Bears, Battlestar Galactica? Identity theft is not identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Yeah, that's what it was. That was an okay show. I think I liked that show enough. That was an okay show. A lot of it was super cringy. And like it should have been funny, but it was actually uncomfortable. I don't know. For me, a lot of it was like, this should be funny, but I'm actually just sort of embarrassed. Fraggle Rock, yes. I remember Fraggle Rock for sure. The Jolly Green Giant, that's probably more. I think that was Canada. I think only we got that. No, the Friendly Giant. It wasn't the Jolly Green Giant. That's like a pea. The Friendly Giant was a good show for kids. Mr. Dress Up. These are just all Canada things now, I think. CBC, children's television. Friendly Giant and Mr. Dress Up and Fraggle Rock. You know, there are new seasons of it, right? I heard rumors that they were making new seasons, but I have not seen it. I don't watch a lot of TV though. Had Captain Kangaroo, but that was local. I've heard of Captain Kangaroo. I don't think I've ever watched him. I remember Super Dave Osborne. I remember the Super Dave show. Oh, what did the... Okay, there were brothers, and they had like a variety show. Smothers Brothers? Is that right? I think that's right. And it was on either before or after Super Dave Osborne. This show, man, goes in weird places. Was Babar Canadian only? I don't know. Maybe. I want to say he was an elephant. Am I thinking of the same thing? The Smothers Brothers would have been before our time. Oh, really? I re- I remember them, but it might have been like, yeah, it might have been reruns. Yeah, it might have been reruns. Yeah, might have been. Babar did air in the U.S. I barely remembered that he was an elephant. I love this show. It's the multi-generational benefits. Yeah, including the millennials. See, we'll just go like this. Oh, we can't. We can't. I was gonna try to just have a moment for Pinnell, but it doesn't let me. Good. Oh, the raccoons. You guys remember that? No, that might have been Canadian. DuckTales? Was DuckTales? Yeah, I think DuckTales was uh, Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Anybody? Anybody? Gargoyles? Oh, who? Come on. Was that? I see, and I don't know if these things are Canadian or not. What was the show where they dumped the slime on people's heads when they said, "I don't know"? Is that what they had to say? I think that's what they said. And if you said "I don't know," you got slime dumped on your head. Is that a thing? That could just be a dream. Gargoyles was awesome. Oh, okay. Gargoyles those are all U.S. ones. Oh, you can't do that on television. You can't. Is it you can't do that or you can't say that on television? You can't do that on television. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Inspector Gadget, good call, Andrew. Inspector Gadget was a lunchtime for me. I think it was I'd go home on lunch and Inspector Gadget. When Inspector Gadget ended, I knew I had to go back to school because that to make it to the bell. I think Flintstones, Flintstones, Inspector Gadget. Flintstones is if I watched in the lunchroom. There was like a little TV on a cart that they would put. Wow. Yeah. The TV on the cart, and the Flintstones would be on it in the lunchroom, which was also the music room. And that's the same TV. Oh, that's grim. That TV that I spent so many hours watching Flintstones on in the lunchroom is the same TV that I watched the Challenger explode. That was a shitty day, that one. Masters of the Universe, yeah. Did watch the Transformers cartoon when I was a kid. I didn't watch all the Transformers movies because come on. But I did watch and Mask. You remember the cartoon Mask? Was kind of like Transformers, I think, if I remember right. They had fancy cars or something. Darkwing Duck. Nice. Good call. Skeleton War. Silverhawks. Silverhawks. I recognize that name. There was a woman that had wingsuit. and she was silver, and she had a wingsuit, I think. Well, it's Silverhawks. That would make sense. I don't know. I've got the picture of her in my head. Wasn't born yet when you watched that? Shut up. That is a rude thing to say. It was funny. And probably true. My kids watched some of the shows you're naming. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Kapla's kids watched the shows that I'm talking about, and Pinnell wasn't fucking born yet. When some of the things that I'm talking about. That's cool. That's what makes this place awesome. That's one of the things that makes this place awesome. Is because we have people who remembered when talkies happened and they were rolling their hoop in the dirt road with their stick as they went down to the talkies for a nickel. And we have people who want to watch vertical video and weren't alive when Challenger happened. And are becoming a sensation on TikTok by walking up and punching people on the street. How's that going for you, Pinnell, by the way? Like, is that making some money? Or you just do that for fun? My mother-in-law just asked Alexa what time it is for the 20th time today. Why does she need to know what time it is so badly? Like, what has she got to do? She's supposed to be somewhere? Like, I can't think of a day where I needed to know what time it was 20 times. Nope. Let's see who's got the top fed. Chris from Newfoundland is leading. That sucks. Somebody do something about that. My wife and I were standing in the front yard and watched the Challenger. Wow. Boo. Let's talk about fucking gargoyles some more. And Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Let's talk about happier things. Oh, back to making guitars. These are both going to be super pretty. I forgot how pretty these are going to be. With the purple heart. Walnut purple heart. Like, this is going to be stupid attractive. Might not play worth a shit, but it's going to be very attractive. Yeah. And then, hijinks, were you not here when I showed him earlier? You got the other one. Everybody got guy. The purple heart maple guy with the like spalty maple top. The book match, spalty maple top with purple heart fretboard. Yeah, they're gonna be good. I don't know. Like I said, no, I don't know what they're gonna sound like, but they're gonna be pretty. That's freaking gorgeous. Thank you very much. I am looking forward to having them be done. It's been a while. The bodies of those, I made when I for pre-YouTube, so like probably 8 years ago. I just started woodworking, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make electric guitars, doop-a-doo, and it like I glued up body blanks and I cut the shape of guitar bodies out of them, and then I was like, dude, you don't know how to make guitars. What are you doing? And so I put them away. I had the neck blanks glued up and everything. I was like, I'm gonna make electric guitars. Look at me go. And then I realized, like, you don't know how to do this. Maybe don't. And so I put them away, and I forgot about them for like 5 years, 6 years. And then I was cleaning up my house, and I found them. And I was like, hey, you know how to make guitars now. Should probably make those into guitars. And that's my story. Sonic Saddam. One of the best cartoons. Damn near anime with continuity. Sonic Saddam? Don't know what that is. The Smurfs, Ricky Raccoon. He's Ricky Raccoon. I remember the Raccoons. I'm pretty sure that was Canadian. You guys don't know the Raccoons, do you? Luther is complex. Luthering? Guitar making? It's not as complicated as you think it is. It's just a I mean, it was definitely more complicated. It was past me when I first started and thought, like, I'm going to do guitars. It's like, you're an idiot. You're not going to make guitars. But it's not as complicated as you think it is. Until you, I mean, it's finicky in some ways, but Sonic Saturday Morning. I don't know. That was after me, I think. Maybe. Saturday mornings for me were the Looney Tunes with the Bugs and the Crew. And what else? Thundercats. I believe Thundercats was in there somewhere. And Transformers and Mask and Saturday AM. There's another show, Sonic the Hedgehog, and it was slapstick and no story. Saturday AM is full of heart. Robotic is scary. His voice actor, over the top, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna just have to believe you. What's a raccoon? That thing that peed in my trash can after he ate your garbage. Yes, that's him. Voltron. Did we say Voltron yet? Was that they had the tigers, the tiger robots? I want to say they were tiger robots that they could get in, and then they joined together to make like super tiger robot guy, super tiger robot guy. That's his name. That's what his name was. It was Super Tiger Robot Guy, and that was the name of the show. The name of the show was Super Tiger Robot Man, and the guy, all of the little dudes, they rode around in little robot tigers, And then when there was a big bad guy, they joined together to make Super Tiger Robot Man. And then they fought him. That's just truth. That's what happened. Yes. The lions. They were lions? I remember the toys. The toys didn't look like lions. I remember I didn't have them all, and I was pissed off. I think I was missing one. So I couldn't make Super Tiger Guy. Super Tiger Robot Guy. That's the name of that show. Captain Planet was pretty good. Never watched Captain Planet. I don't think. I know about him. Both Thundercats and Voltron have had remakes around 2018 and are both worth watching. I don't watch enough to devote time to that. I also don't want to wreck what my brain thinks those are by actually finding out. Go Detroit Lions. Barry Sanders. No. Detroit Lions. Well, yeah, you're right. But they were garbage. But I shouldn't say anything because I'm an Arizona Cardinals fan, and that's even worse. At least the Lions are good now. I had like 2 years where they were, well, 1 year where they were good, and a couple years where they were like pretty okay. As an adult, my fave cartoon was Pinky and the Brain. That was a good one. I usually heard it while I was cleaning. I died my husband one day. What? I died my husband one day if Pinky was the real brain? Think about it. Even hubby said it was good. I don't understand. Damn it, Gretchen. Don't know what that means. I died my husband one day if Pinky was the real brain. Think about it. Oh, so like if Pinky was actually the smart one? Well, he kind of was in a way. He was always like, I don't think that's a good idea, brain. Like, and it wasn't. Animaniacs, I never did. I know about it. It was never my thing. I keep you guessing. It's true. Gretchen, you're like the goddamn foil on the International Delight coffee creamers at 7-Eleven. You're just like, you never know if it's gonna be easy. And when it's not, it's frustrating. Gretchen is the lid of the International Delight creamers at 7-Eleven. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. If you sort of remember Mask, do you remember Cops? The long arm of the law, extending arms with handcuffs ready. Is that the highway patrol with Paunch? No, that was Chips. I don't think I remember Cops. Like, not Cops like the reality show where they do like the body cam footage and stuff, right? Not that one. Not that Cops. That was a cruel comparison. No, I think it was pretty good actually, because I really like the International Delight coffee creamers. And sometimes they work great. And even when they don't work great, they're worth fighting with because of how good they are. I think it's a pretty good comparison. Inhumanoids still a massive favorite. I don't know that one. I don't think. Cops cartoon by the same people that made Mask. No, don't remember that one. Why are you so sweaty? I was watching Cops. We both know Cops doesn't come on till 5. 5? 5, I think. Smoke time. I like the Pink Panther. I was a little bit before me. How old are you, Eco Woodcrafts? Are you closer to Boomer or to Gen X or to? I mean, you got to be. If you were a Pink Panther person, I would say older than me. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Yep. Gummy bears. Oh, I forgot. I remember Scooby-Doo. Dino saucers. I recognize the name. I can't picture. I can't picture dino saucers, but I recognize the name. I don't know why. DJ Better, welcome to the show. I'm tired of the booze. I was also tired of the booze. I was tired of not putting my best self forward into the world. I was tired of disappointing people. And I miss it every day. Cartoon Planet Space Ghost. I recognize both of those names too. You're 50, so you're not that much older than me. And you remember Pink Panther? Or are you just saying that's a show that you like, an old-timey show that you like? Because it feels like you're not old enough to have been watching Pink Panther. Like you weren't watching like Get Smart. Like Get Smart for me was like on the Classics channel. Is it where Pink Panther would have been? Or are you talking about Pink Panther the movies with like the actual cartoon panther? Okay, I present Street Sharks. I don't know that one. As a child, Scooby-Doo scared the crap out of me. I hate organ music. That's funny. That's pretty funny. Beetlejuice Muppet Babies. Forgot that Beetlejuice had a show. I totally forgot that Beetlejuice has a show. Had a show. Morning's gonna come early. Yeah, anybody on the other side of the continent, I don't blame you for ditching out. Probably not going too much longer, but Saturday night, the regular show is going to be a shorty this week because I have a concert to get to. And like I said, I was just having I'm having a good week and I wanted to share it with my friends. And it was too hot to keep working, but now the sun's going down, so I can probably get back to work in the next little while here. finish off these drawers. Put these guitars back in the house, finish up the drawers, and then make a stupid, it's not stupid, but I wish that I had, no, I don't. I was going to say, I wish that I had not volunteered to do it, but I do. It's important. So I make the stupid, it's not stupid. Stop saying that. Tried several times to type that correctly. What? Good luck. Western Montana, it's 9 o'clock. It is 8 o'clock here. Oh, Beetlejuice NES game was traumatic for me. First boss doesn't die. You have to wait for him to be near the ledge. Hit it at the right time and he falls. the Nintendo games, some of them, man, like, I don't know. For how simple they were, some of them were really hard. I still remember, I vividly remember how long it took me to beat Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. And there were just a couple of guys. There were just a couple of guys where I just could not figure out the pattern. Earthworm Jim was a good game. That was a good game. What was the game? Oh, old school NES game. Had a shield on a chain, and he threw the shield on the chain at guys. It's a side-scrolly kind of Earthworm Jim style. Not gonna remember. Imagine getting that for your birthday. You can't play past the first level. But, yeah. Doom. It wasn't Doom. Shut up. Doom was a fun game, too. I played it out on, like, computer. Old school computer. Castlevania. No, it wasn't Castlevania. But Castlevania, I remember Castlevania. I remember Castlevania because he was in his underpants for a bit. Bionic Commando, nope. I can picture it was like, and he'd throw it, and it go out and come back. It's kind of Mario-esque, Earthworm Jimmy. How is it not Castlevania? It's just not. I don't know what to tell you. It just isn't. Dragon Warrior does not sound correct. I think it was one word. Could be wrong about that part. Did anybody watch the binge of Swomo Keys on MR? I don't even know if anybody's going to understand that sentence to tell you if they watched that. Uh, I'm off to bed. Thanks for the midweek visit. All right. Thanks for becoming a member of the Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff membership society, which is a brand new thing. And everybody almost that's still here has a green name and a blue star beside their name. You guys are awesome. The Monkeys on MTV. Hold on. I got to go back and see what you originally said. The binge of the Monkeys. Okay, I can see how those two might make into monkeys on MR. I did not watch the Monkeys on MTV. I don't think I had MTV. We had Much Music here in Canada, which was like our MTV. Describe it more, please. Oh, I don't even know if I can. I've got this picture in my head. The shield may have had spikes on it. And he's jumping around and throwing the shield. I may have had and it spun. And it was kind of like a yo-yo kind of action where he'd throw the shield and he'd pull it back. Basic Ashwell. All the basic Ashwells here tonight. That's awesome. Do you just call us a society? I don't know what to call it. You joined the membership program? Like it's not. You are YouTube channel members. It's not a club. It's not. It's like we're not an organization because there's no organizing. There's the Eric Habakabaka is the number one. He was the number one basic Ashwell. Metroid, no, but Metroid was also awesome. Rygar. Rocky McKenzie got it. Rocky McKenzie, thank you. Rygar. I was like, I think it's one word. Not Kid Icarus, but I remember Kid Icarus, the game as well. That was a good game also. Spent a lot of time on the NES when I was a child. But it was back and forth between NES in front of the TV in the basement that you had to hit on the side to get it to work, and you had to let it warm up. Remember those TVs? There's a big wooden box TV, and you had to put it on channel 2 with the click, 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 click dial. And it had UHF at the top, and then you go 2, 3, 4, 5, and you go click, click to channel 2 or 3. I don't remember. And you had to let it warm up for a bit, and then sometimes you had to give a thunk on the side to play the Nintendo. Yep. Anyway, that's my story about that. But yeah, okay, so anyway, you back and forth between the basement playing Nintendo and like off in the nowhere land, and your parents didn't even know. And just like off gallivanting with your friends, football in the park, or making forts. We didn't have woods. I grew up in Saskatchewan, but there was a tree down in the riverbed, and we made a fort there. No problem. It was a problem, Rocky. No, like we just couldn't get there. It was a problem. It was absolutely a problem. Rygar was on all the old systems, like more than a dozen different systems. Well, then why couldn't you remember? Well, if it was so ubiquitous. Okay? Don't be all like, oh yeah, no, for sure, Rygar. No. Another absolute treat of a game. Alyssa Dragoon. I don't remember that one. The creator of Dragon Ball Z game is an absolute sleeper hit that nobody knew about. Lightning flying all over. I do not remember that. I am part of nobody. I remember getting Metroid for Christmas and spending a long time playing that. I remember spending at least a weekend what hung the monkeys. I want to say it again, but I kind of don't want to say it again. I remember spending at least a weekend what hung the monkeys. Mostly what I remember about them is the only true magician, Michael Nesmith, mother invented liquid paper. Also David Bowie. Okay, that's cool. Well, I believe what you meant was watching the monkeys, which everything else wasn't too bad, but it was funny though. Magician. Hold on. There was a magic show. There was a variety show that had a magician when I was a kid. See, I keep wanting to say Smothers Brothers. But it wasn't. But it was a variety show like that. But it wasn't like a Penn and Teller. Vice grip channel changer. Oh, mine was free flowing. Like I didn't have to vice grip it, but it was definitely click, 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 click. And you had to let it warm up and then sometimes give it a thunk. Bowie has to change his name from Jones to Bowie due to Mo Key's lead singer. You ever beat Golden Axe? I don't think so. I remember the name of it, but I don't remember the game. Altered Beast? Nope. Don't. I remember Altered Beast, but I didn't spend a lot of time with it. Original Zelda. Fair bit of time playing original Zelda. A lot of time playing Metroid. Played a lot of Earthworm Jim. Rygar, for some reason, I vividly remember. Except not anything about it other than the spiky shield yo-yo type thing. Little bit of Castlevania. Some Paperboy. Remember Paperboy? Double Dragon. Some Double Dragon. Some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. A little bit later on. Ninja Gaiden. Except that was at my buddy's place. He had a Sega. Just crying from laughing so hard. Well, I mean, we're fun. You just this is a better show than the Mokies on MR. My husband was a big Zelda fan, which I learned, 4 years ago. I was not a big Zelda. I wasn't a big enough Zelda fan to keep playing the games because I stopped playing video games for a long time. Well, I didn't stop. I got out of video games for a long time. I'm a big Zelda fan now because of the time that I got to. Breath of the Wild was just like, I think it's the best video game I've ever played. But part of that has to do with the fact that it was like 100 hours of time spent with my son as we explored Hyrule in that video game. But I didn't play like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker and Majora's Mask and all of Link's Awakening and all of that. Wait, Link's Awakening is the new one that I haven't played. I didn't play Ocarina. I did. There was a lot of Zelda games that I didn't play because I wasn't playing video games. I was playing hockey and badminton and football and basketball and volleyball and baseball and soccer and skiing and skateboarding a little bit. You missed out if you skipped Super Metroid. Well, I think they came out after I had basically stopped playing video games. I think. I'm back playing a little bit more now, but because of boy and time spent together. But I had a lot of years of missed video games. I think 2.5 hours is probably lots for tonight. My phone is back to saying it's too hot to charge, and I don't want to lose. I'm down to 36%, and I do have to do more filming tonight on these drawers. So I think we'll wrap it there. I appreciate everybody joining the membership program. That was very surprising to me. It officially launches on Saturday. It's this week's Saturday video. Saturday night, we will do a live for about an hour and a half. Normal time before I have to go to my buddy Nick's concert. And I will tentatively plan to also do a birthday show on Sunday. So, go put these guitars back and bid you adieu, as they say. It's been fun. I was already having a good week, and again, you guys made it even better. So stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. I will see you on Saturday, hopefully. Or Sunday, or whenever. Whenever I see you next, be kind to each other. Try to be the best version of yourself every day. And bye for now. Another good show. Another good show, everybody. Good work. Who made top fan? Let me see. Gretchen! Gretchen won the top fans. Tied with Maddie at 225 XP tonight. Good work. I still don't really understand the points system, but it is what it is. Oh, you won't join again Saturday? Why? What do you got that's more important? Are you gonna go watch the Mokies? You watching the Mokies on MR on Saturdays? Bye, everybody.